Hi, we're trading the ES on a 2000 tick chart with 21 EMA. So I drew my overnight highs here, overnight lows here. They didn't hold for very long, but this is the closest to where I could kind of think of where they were. Because after that it was like, hey, this was at like 750. Um, so I thought that was the best for the overnight lows, and then it did come back into play later. So anyway, we had a downtrend, we had a break, a couple legs down to a new low, and then we went into this small range right here. And then I took this loss here. Or let me go through this trend first. So we had a break, a move down. We couldn't really get a short because it never reached the EMA, which I wasn't actually trading at this point. I was trading a little bit, yeah, around here is where I started. But so the downtrend has a break. There's no real short because it doesn't get to the EMA and it's just a first entry, but it makes a new low. We have another correction. There's no good signal bars. There's not much room down to these congestion, these lows that just formed. Um, Nothing really good. And then we have a more convincing break and then a new low. We have a hidden second entry almost off the EMA, but there's no setup, no signal bar or anything. We have a lower high, and then we eventually push down into this range right here. And then I was thinking, since the overnight low is right here, that we could get a reversal pattern, and because the downtrend is played out. So we got a breakout pullback, and it's also this uptrend break, expecting a new high. But really, this short-term downtrend right here, the blue line, the basically just the short-term correction, it didn't really have an attempt at a new low. I mean, it kind of did have a break and then made a new low, so you can consider it that. Um, I feel like maybe I should not have been buying because it's okay to fade the lows, but that was like barely there, so maybe I just shouldn't have uh, been fading that. But either way, so I got stopped out for 4.5 points. We pushed lower. We have a reversal pattern here. It's right into these lows, so I wouldn't take that. Um, and yeah, then eventually I started drawing this bigger range. So at first I was putting it here. Then I kind of started thinking it might be right there because of that high and that high right there. Um, and then I had this up here, and then eventually I just got rid of that. So we have downtrend, break, new low at these lows. Um, I was looking for a buy here, but I didn't really get any entries. We have another leg down, not a good signal bar, and pretty sure that, yeah, that has a short-term trend line going through it anyway. So then we push through, we have a higher low closing back below, and then we have this lower high from that high, and then we basically have a breakout pullback. I left the lows here after I saw that it basically came back into play here, but I was eventually thinking that it was lower like this because it just seemed to fit. But then I got this winner right here. So I had this uptrend going through it. Um, Now it did barely, I couldn't really tell if it closed out of it or not. Um, it did work, and here, I was thinking even if it did technically close inside of it, um, it didn't reach the highs again, and it's like, it's just not the best looking uptrend anyway. It doesn't look that strong. It couldn't reach the highs a second time. So it's basically an unconfirmed uptrend um, off the highs of a range with a bearish bias. So we have a lower high, and then, sorry, I'm really tired because it was 4th of July yesterday, so, you know. Um, so lower high, we push through, I make 4.25 points, so I almost make up the loss. I'm still down one tick at that point. And we reached the lows right here. I kept the lows here. We almost bounced off of them, but then we broke out the highs again. And now at this point, it looks like there's two legs up. So first leg, break, chops around, and second leg. And then it also reacted off this level again, which made me feel like it was correct again. But we fade back down into the range. There's not really any way to get short here. I was trying to find ways to get short up here, but I didn't want to enter in that uptrend, and then there was no good lower high setup. So we go straight through the EMA and the range again, break, a couple legs down, and then we get downtrend break, and then if you kind of look at it, it's kind of like one leg down here, and then from here it's another leg down, so two legs down. We break out. I couldn't really find anything worth taking. You don't want to enter in this chop and then this huge bar, and you know, I just didn't see anything that perfect. And then at this point, you definitely don't want to go long here because you don't want to go into this. So it's just kind of chopping around, got really unclear. Then finally, we broke out of that. Oh yeah, at this point, I was starting to lower my range to right here. I thought that fit better. So we broke out, pulled back. We don't really get anything, but then we start to go into this range, and then we get a breakout. And I took this trade. It's not like a perfect trade because it's congestive, and I was kind of antsy from still being down one tick. But the reason that I thought it was okay was because it was a breakout pullback off of this range right here, and it was a breakout of this smaller range at the same time, and it was a second entry long with a good signal bar. So, oh, whoops. So that's what I was thinking. I took it, but it barely had to go outside of the range, so I was fine with it. Um, oh, you know what I'm noticing? I'm supposed to. Oh, okay, yeah. Because I got 17 ticks on that. Oh, I think I had my stop below the swing right here. I meant to put it below that one. But either way, I got 17 ticks on it. So then that was basically where I stopped. I stopped like 30 minutes early today because I was just so tired. Um, yeah, today was, when I took this loss, I was like really, really tired. And because I woke up late and everything, so anyway. Uh, After that, I just took a walk really fast, and then alright, I'm starting to ramble. Alright, we break out, it fails, there's not really a good short entry. There's this uptrend right here. I wouldn't want to short into that. Then we have a second entry long. Looks like we don't get a good signal bar. We get this engulfing bar, but I don't like taking engulfing bars most of the time. Also, even if you did take the engulfing bar, it would have been inside of this range, or inside of this downtrend, I mean. So then we have a higher low, and we make this huge move higher. Then we have a break, first entry long, second entry long. So we have a failed second entry right there, and then it fires out lower, it shoots lower. All right, so that was the day. So I was up around 4 points. Yeah, 4 points exactly. So anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Hope you all learned something. Sorry if I was low energy in this video. I was just, because of 4th of July last night, I was, you know, you know how it is. Anyway, see you on the next video.